And joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. That loss to the Pistons.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get
the Splash Brothers. Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5, down low. Now here's Okafor. And that's collected by Bogut. Curry kicks to Barnes. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Covington. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Dallas.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary.
How many free runs to the hoop they got.
Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a he looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up to scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every game.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is probably going faster than many expected.
Now, here's Thompson. From 17 feet out, Okafor grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Covington kicks to Okafor. Noel down low, covered by Barnes, and that one's good. Noel.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Kicks to Bogut. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Free throw no good for Bogut. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is strong as ever at the defensive end.
Okafor plays it up and banks it in. Here's Curry. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas. To the paint, intercepted. And here's the fast break. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. You know, huge height advantage there. But because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Noel following the basket by Stephen Curry.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Thompson is doubled. Over to the wing. It's Bogut with the drive. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Hollis Thompson's checked in for Philadelphia. Okafor against Barnes. Okafor gets the bucket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
And Okafor with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. And take a look at this list. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. Number 1, Draymond Green.
I don't care what level you're at, high school, college, or pros. When you have the combination of size and passing skill that he does, it gives your team a huge advantage.
Most certainly does. I mean, anytime you get a big guy who can pass it, I mean, it forces strange rotations for the defense. And he's thrown plenty of opposing defenses into chaos with his passing.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. We were talking about it. You know, do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Here's Covington. He points his last outing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. Bank shot. No good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Barnes with it. Picked up by Thompson. To the wing right side. Curry wide open. The three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Thompson against Smith. There's the pass to Holmes. Back to Smith. Here's Noel. Misses off the left iron.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Here's Covington. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
The 76ers making a switch here. Rand's checked in, and both free throws good for Covington. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as we like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin. The 76ers leading. And
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, Steve Kerr gave me a few moments to catch up with him. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys."
Thank you, Doris. Do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
He shoots again, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injury.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Thompson with it. Here's Covington. He goes up again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And so he hits both. Elton Brand Clark, one of 10 players in NBA history to have at least 15,000 points, over 8,000 rebounds, 2,000 assists. I could go on and on and on.
You sure could. 16 years in the league and in his prime, an elite NBA big man. Quite versatile and played bigger than he was.
One more time, give it up for your dream team.
Warriors trail by 7. To the inside, here's Green, and it's good. Assisting on the play with Livingston. Green's got his first points of the game.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Smith outside. He feeds it to Brand. There's a screen by Noel. Brand kicks to Covington. The Warriors pull it in, and this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum.
The series a year ago, the expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
Now Smith. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Grant. Smith outside. Here's Noel. The shot no good. And Golden State will come the other way. Rush the pass to Ezeli. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Checking in for the 76ers, Grant. Number 12, Cannon.
Here's Iguodala, looking for his first basket still in this one. Ezeli kicks to Livingston. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Iguodala. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Cannon. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. There's a screen. Another miss by Philadelphia. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Rush dishes to Livingston. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Cannon. Thompson outside. He kicks it to Grant. Tries away with it. Now Rush. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the wide open shot from Green. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
For Philadelphia, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Carl Landry's checked in for Noel. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Here's Rush. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Iguodala outside. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Rush. The feed to Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Iguodala missing. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you? I know.
He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Here's Iguodala after Carl Landry's bucket. Here's Ezeli. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And so here is Philadelphia. Passes it to Landry. From down low. A rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a wide open look for Iguodala. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Iguodala's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. 76ers shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Cannon, the pass to Grant. Feeds it to Landry. And it's good off the glass. Landry's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Rush, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here is Livingston. There's the dish to Rush. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Iguodala.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Pass to Cannon. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
5 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And again, it's the Warriors missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Okafor. Stauskas is out there with Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Grant, and it's Holmes in at the power forward position.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
The Warriors trailing. Curry kicks to Barbosa. Back to Curry. There's the screen. Pass to Bogut. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Cannon. Five on the clock. Kicks it to Stauskas from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Iguodala with it. Now defended by Grant. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Screen by Bogut. Iguodala against Grant. Iguodala the pass to Curry. Fires from 18. They get the rebound. Bogut kicks to Curry. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Knocks down the 3 ball. Barbosa's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The 76ers trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Cannon kicks to Okafor. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Okafor's got 6 points. The Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Curry dishes to Bogut. Bogut with a screen on Grant. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
The pass to Okafor. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 11 from the line tonight.
2 shots.
Putting you in. Let's go.
That free throw missing. And the 76ers making a change here. Brand's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
It's tipped. Here's Covington. He's covered by Iguodala. It's stolen by Bogut. Outside Curry. Iguodala setting the pick for Curry. The shot from the low post is good. Curry's got 7 points in the game. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He's actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Barnes against Landry. Brand, a screen on Iguodala. Covington kicks to Landry. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Down low, Barnes. Reverses, and it's good on the way in. Barnes has got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Here's Smith.
And let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. The past month has been surreal. 2nd in scoring, 4th in free throw percentage, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And what he's doing right now, I mean, carving up defensive schemes at will. Boy, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Free throw drop for Smith. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Smith hits them both. And here's Thompson. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Landry. Azili kicks to Iguodala. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Brand. Here's Landry right here. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in, and it's tied up with that one.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer. A variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after the miss from Stephen Curry. Stauskas kicks to Smith. Here's Brand, and he banks in the layup. Brand's got 8.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Now, here is Smith. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. That's good. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
This is to Livingston. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Azili. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 6 points for him.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
After being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Rush comes in for Curry. There's a screen by Noel. To the left side wing. Covington inside the line. That one off the back iron and out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
To the wing on the left. Pocket 6. The feed to Noel. Great D that time from Green.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's Okafor atop the key. There's the pick. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. The Warriors leading. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And here are the 76ers now. Thompson outside. Here's Noel. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Elton Brand's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 5. Passes to Covington. He dishes it to Brand. Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Thompson. Here is Livingston. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And he gets it to go. And it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry. Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And the 76ers call time here. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
One more time, give it up for your dream team.
The 76ers trail by 10. Feeds it to Covington. Picked by Okafor. There's the screen. He took good advantage of that screen.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically. 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Draymond Green. There's the dish to Brand. The screen from Thompson. Brand in the posts. Can't get it to fall.
And a footnote to Ezeli. One of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization. And I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
And it's Okafor missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. .58 seconds left in the first half. Brand inside, working on Green. No good from Brand.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
The 76ers trail by 11. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Thompson. Now here is Brand. Defense is right there. The shot misses.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Barbosa.
Philadelphia foul call. Hollis Thompson.
The Warriors have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing, and the Warriors making a change here. Second free throw, no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Warriors on top, up by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they've really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more. More of the same as we get the third quarter started. We've seen Carl Landry really having a great game.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the 1. Green with the block. Curry passes to Green. It's stolen by Stauskas. He kicks it to Smith from deep. Here's Holmes. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Thompson left side. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Smith outside. There's a screen by Noel. Smith outside. Pass to Holmes. Shot clock at 6. Here's Noel, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Here's Landry following the basket by Draymond Green. Now here's Barnes. He's guarded closely. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from three-point range.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress. He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Here's Thompson. That's short off the rim. The 76ers trail by 10. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Noel. Here's Landry over Green, and it's sent back by Bogut. And Noel throws it down. Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
And Philadelphia making a change here. That's checked in. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Both free throws good from Green.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Warriors leading by 8. Curry kicks to Green. Takes it from 10. That doesn't go either for Green. The 76ers shooting just 3. 41% in the game. Kicks to Landry. Shoot from the right block. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Golden State. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Barnes has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is get back down to 8 after they get the basket from Stauskas.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9. Warriors leading by 6. Outside Curry. Out to Thompson. There's a screen. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Smith against Green. Smith dishes to Brand. Here's Covington. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Landry. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 11. Good!
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Elton Brand. And the Warriors also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Here's Cannon. Okafor inside, guarded by Green. And it's Okafor missing. Warriors leading by 8. Iguodala's drive. Picked him clean. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Curry. Stauskas, the pass to Cannon. The pass to Okafor. Shot from the low block. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Okafor's got 8 points.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Cannon, picked by Okafor. Cannon kicks to Stauskas. Money from the wing. He's got 8. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. It's Thompson off the drive. Okafor with the steal. Curry with the steal. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop, and it's blocked. Philadelphia shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. Dishes it to Okafor. Shoots from the right block. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Okafor's got 10 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Barnes. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Covington, guarded by Green. The feed now to Stauskas. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Barnes. Green, the screen, off the screen.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And here are the 76ers now, following the score by Golden State. Now, here's Thompson. 13 points in the game. He feeds it to Curry. To the middle, here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 now on the night.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Cannon. He dishes it to Grant. And it's Curry with the rebound. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Takes a 3. Iguodala no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Okafor against Thompson. Okafor dishes to Cannon. Picked by Okafor. Cannon, the pass to Stauskas. Nice job coming off that screen. Stauskas has got 10.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Iguodala left side.
2 minutes left.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Curry. Comes up empty from 8 feet.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
1:43 left to play in the third. Screen by Grant. Iguodala with the steal. The drive by Thompson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Cannon. Feeds it to Okafor. Shot clock at 6. Low block shot. Here's Grant. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Thompson dishes to Iguodala. Boom, he chips it straight down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Here's Stauskas following the score by Golden State. Grant outside. The dish to Okafor. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself. And that was a golden one.
Looking to end his cold spell. And the layup by Curry. Curry's got 9.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Cannon kicks to Stauskas. Pass to Covington. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
He hits the second from the line. Barbosa. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. Warriors lead by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Trailing here by 8. Brand is out there with Noel. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Hollis Thompson. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. The Warriors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Outside, Green. Livingston. Brand against Barbosa. 6 on the shot clock. Off the left rim and out. The 76ers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's Covington. There's a screen by Noel. It's stolen by Green. Now here is Barbosa. He's guarded closely. Fires the 3. And Green with the basket on the assist by Rush. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
On the wing, Thompson. 4 on the clock, and right on target. Good. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Draymond Green. The screen from Thompson. Off the pick. No good from Brand.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Now here is Barbosa, following the miss by Elton Brand. Here is Livingston. That one a little long. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Over to the left wing. For 3, Covington. The shot will not go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Up the floor. Here's Barbosa. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Okafor's checked in, and Stauskas subbed in for Robert Covington. Then for the Warriors, Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here is Smith. There's a screen by Noel. Thompson, left side, off the screen. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Carl Landry's checked in for Noel. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Rebound by Stauskas. Stauskas has got his third rebound tonight, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The 76ers trail by 12. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Landry. Great D that time from Green.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And that is good.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Now, here is Smith. He kicks to Stauskas. Pass to Okafor. 6 to shoot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Warriors leading by 15. It's Iguodala with the drive. The shot, no good. Smith with the defensive effort. Philadelphia shooting just 34% from the floor. Okafor sets the pick for Smith. Kicks it to Okafor. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry attacking. Iguodala right side. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 8 points for Andre Iguodala.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Now here's Okafor, looking to end the run. And it's sent back by Bogut. And he recovers it. Ball's knocked loose. Iguodala with the steal. Out to the right wing. Curry kicks to Bogut, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The 76ers trail by 19. Smith with it. Here's Landry, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Really an extraordinary game for Carl Landry. 12 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
And here is Landry following Draymond Green's three. Can't connect from short range. Outside Curry. There's Green with the three, and another three for Golden State.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
And here is Landry following Draymond Green's three.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Nerlens Noel checks in for Landry, and Robert Covington subbed in for Thompson. Golden State's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Top of the key, Azili. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Down low. Got a piece of it. There's Noel. And just... miss after miss right now. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Rand's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Thompson's checked in. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brand left side. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Warriors making the shot. Good D by Thompson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Stolen by Grant. Now, here's Marshall, covered by Barbosa. But he gets it back. Now Marshall. And there's the pass to Noel. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
We've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Here is Livingston. Dishes it to Thompson. Stolen by Brand. Here's Grant. Knocks it loose. Here is Livingston. And there's the feed to Barbosa. Passes to Ezeli. Golden State moving the ball around. Grant against Barbosa. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Check out the game for Barbosa. He has 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
The first one falls.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
No good from Brand.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Thompson outside. Inside. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Grant. He feeds it to Noel. No luck. Good D by Thompson.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a two-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Green. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
And rush kicks to Livingston. Down low. Here's Azili, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one is on Brand.
Well, Festus Azili in this one, he's got 10 points, and what a great game he's having on the boards, too.
And whatever else he's done, make no mistake that rebounding has been the priority for him. He works harder on the glass than anywhere else.
He doesn't get the second one. Here's Philadelphia. 36 seconds left in the game. Grant, right side. Nice shot from the wing. 30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Livingston passes to Thompson. Feeds it to Barbosa. There's the pick. To the middle. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Step back shot. Warriors the rebound. Brand. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala. And what's the key for you guys to have games like you did tonight as you look to the upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys will be ready to play.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, they shut out the noise and just play.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
Draymond Green wins games for you. It's just that simple. The energy, the intensity that he brought onto the floor tonight is incredible. Defensively, he's one of the few guys in the league that can guard all 5 positions. That alone makes Draymond Green a unique and special talent.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.